Morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stony Ridge Farm. It's a gorgeous day. Cows and coffee live stream today. Cheers. Grab your coffee. This is Fuzzball. And Fuzzball used to love to be held, but I don't think Fuzzball's liking it so much this morning. Fuzzball. It is about probably 74 degrees right now. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. We're going to go up. We're going to take care of the cows. We're going to check on the chickens. You're going to hear the chickens crowing. Look how it's so humid here in North Carolina, and we're expecting a pile of rain. We got a ton of rain yesterday, the day before. I mean, I'm talking somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4 inches in 35 minutes yesterday. No erosion issues on the farm, no major issues, no trees on the fence, hopefully, when I go up here. Gosh, just got a lot of work to do. First thing we're going to do this morning, though, before we go over and check on the cows and move the cows to their new section of pasture, is just chat a little bit. So cheers, happy Sunday to all you guys. We'll give some folks some time to get in here and enjoy the Sunday with us. We're live on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel over on YouTube, and we're live on Facebook this morning. So absolutely gorgeous day, gorgeous day. Man, it doesn't really get much better than this. Here are the chickens. Chickens have been getting me up at about 5:15, 5:30 every morning lately. Our days are starting to shorten a little bit. I guess everybody probably already knows, but summer solstice was, I think, July the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. July or June 21st. Let me know. That was the longest day of the year, so we're starting to wind the days down a little bit. I can smell fall in the air. It's coming. It's just gorgeous, and I'm so happy we're going to get some cooler weather. This rainstorm that's coming in from Florida, it's basically that hurricane that's down in the Florida Panhandle, I guess is what you call it, is making its way up through into North Carolina this week. So we're in north central North Carolina, foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we're right on that edge where we're going to see probably not a lot of really strong wind, but a lot of rain, which we needed rain, but we didn't need 50 inches of rain in 2 weeks. We did not need that. June 20th, 21st, says Terry. That's it. Yep. So summer solstice, there's winter solstice and summer solstice. That's the longest day of the year and the shortest day of the year. You got to pay attention to that kind of stuff when you live on a farm. I've still got the sleep in my eyes. And again, grab yourself a coffee mug. These are the Stony Ridge Farmer. You can see that. This is the Stony Ridge Farmer Support Veteran Farmers coffee mug. If you go to stonyridgefarmer.com, you want to get you one so you can join me with the same cup, you're welcome to do so. We put a whole lot of time and money and effort into putting out some pretty decent merch, some good shirts and hats and all that stuff. So you can find it on stonyridgefarmer.com if you decide you want to jump in and get one. I might have to ask. Michael says, good day, Josh. Might I ask how you have surprise babies? What you mean, bro? We got some young new calves that popped out. So I went on vacation last week. First vacation in 2 years. I haven't had a vacation off of this farm in 2 years. And really that kind of opened my eyes to understand that I need to get out more and enjoy myself a little bit more. Leave the farm once in a while and go out and do stuff. I really had a great time. The beach that I go to, and I went to the beach, North Carolina, you either go to the beach or you go to the mountains unless you want to hop on a plane and go to Utah or something. But I went to a beach called Oak Island, North Carolina. It is a wonderful little beach to go to. It's not wild and crazy. It's not Daytona Beach or anything like that. It's just a chill beach place to go. And I'd like to thank my aunt. She has a small beach house down there. And I'd like to thank her for letting me stay there. It was pretty awesome. Deborah Lee from Australia. That's best I can do. Tammy from North Carolina, Jerry, Teresa, Brian, Forrest in the house, Ronald, Michael, Bubba, Carol, Mike, Leslie. Everybody's in the house today. So thank you guys all so much for joining me. You see the sun just popped over the trees right there. I'm going to drink this cup of coffee, or at least part of it, and chat with you guys before we head out and play with the cows. Got a hummingbird coming up here. I think my hummingbird feeder has turned into alcohol. I think I need to take my hummingbird feed down. Ooh, here comes a really pretty one. Wish I could show you guys. Kind of hard to see the hummingbird on the camera. No sun for us today, says Terry. Oh, in Florida. Yep. So the storm's coming up through Florida right now. As you guys come through the door, hit that like button. If you will, please, if you're on Facebook and you've been invited to follow, please click that invitation, or just reach over there right now and go boop, and click that little follow button. 14,000 people have been invited to follow and haven't accepted it. Just accept it. It's really cool. It helps build the channel a little bit. And what that does is it recognizes this rural content as something that people want to see. And it pushes it out to more folks. And if you guys don't know it, 100%, well, I'd say 100% of my living comes off of the farm. 100% of what I'm doing right now is what pays for everything. It's what builds the farm. It's what helps feed the cows. It's what this is the diversified farm income that we need in small farm America. So just something to think about. And what that does, again, if you click the follow button or you subscribe if you're over on the Cows and Coffee, it doesn't cost you anything. You just click it, subscribe, and that's it. Or click follow button. So do it. Do it for me. Now we're supposed to get a bunch of rain, and yep, we are, Brian. Absolutely. Got folks from Tennessee, South Louisiana. We're all over the world here. Cheers. Even Texas. I was watching some Dr. Phil on Texas the other day, and how there's some sort of movement in Texas to make itself its own country, which seems kind of interesting. I think the Texas flag is red, white, and blue, isn't it? I don't know. We live in crazy times nowadays, don't we, guys? Elections coming up. A lot of election talk. I don't typically bring my politics into the farm, and I'm not a very, I guess, mainstream political kind of guy. I don't really care much to watch the news, mainstream news media. I think they're poisoning our society with a bunch of bull. I just don't choose to watch it, and I don't choose to fight that battle. But I do see that we need some change in this country. Got some great video content coming out this coming week. Going to slow it down just a little bit this week. It's going to be super rainy, super hot. I'm going to get in the shop. We're going to be doing some chainsaw videos, hopefully over the next couple weeks, getting everything prepared for winter time. I am in the great sell-off on the farm right now. So we are downsizing a few things on the farm. I took 11 youngsters, young calves, feeder calves, to the market on Friday. They went through the sale barn yesterday. We'll have a video coming out pretty soon that'll detail what we got for the cows. And that's important. We've got to turn a profit on every side of the business here on the farm, whether it's buying and flipping tractors and trucks or raising the cattle. We've got to try and turn a profit any kind of way we possibly can. It's hard for a small farm like this to eke out a living. Brian says, sure the heck wouldn't want to vote for that stupid woman. Well, I don't think being a woman has much to do with it, but I just think we live in interesting times, that's for sure. So if Donald Trump was what's a woman's name that's close to Donald? If Donald Trump was Danae Trump, would you vote for her? I don't know. I don't know. But again, we really don't dive too much into the politics of things. I think you guys probably know where I stand. and you know where you stand, and that's what matters. So I stand for a country that's supposed to be united, not a country that's supposed to be divided. That's what I stand for. That's what I served for in the Air Force too. So Michael says your Ford tractor video is one of your best videos I've seen you do. Michael, we are going to transition a little bit here on the Stony Ridge to doing more mechanical stuff like that, projects like that, old trucks, old cars, old tractors. We're going to start transitioning over, and we're still going to do some of the farm stuff, but my passion and fun lies in a few different things. I love the farm. I love the regenerative aspect of it. I love building the land. I love building the soil. I also love hot rods and cars and trucks and tractors. I enjoy that. I enjoy wrenching on them and learning as I go. So we'll have a whole lot more of that stuff, a lot more wrenching, a lot more mechanical stuff, chainsaws, tool reviews, and as well, the animals and the farm. You're going to get a lot more live stream stuff and a lot more animals on Facebook than you would over on YouTube. And if you guys are on Facebook right now and you haven't seen the most recent YouTube video, they come out about a week later over on Facebook. So we publish the content here, and then a few days later, we publish it over on Facebook. So don't worry, your time's coming, or you can go Google us, Google Stony Ridge Farmer, and you can find it. So good stuff. It's all great. He says, amen. Thank you for your service. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I went in the Air Force. I didn't go in. I went in selfishly. I'll tell you that 100%. I didn't go in because I wanted to save the world, and I didn't go in because I wanted to fight whatever. I went in to grow up, and I went in to get a trade. And back then, I signed up when I was 17 years old. And back then, it kind of pretty much was a selfish dude. I was a pretty selfish dude for a very long time. And I can fully admit that. I was all about Josh until I got into the military and I realized that it wasn't all about Josh. It's something bigger. It's something better. And I think that shows through in the farm too. I think it really does. So good morning for all of you guys that are just now joining us. We're just chit-chatting before we go take care of the animals. So hang tight. You can hear the roosters crowing in the background, and we got a pile of these American Breese roosters. I've got to move the chicken coop tomorrow morning to the pasture here in front of the house. And yeah, there are a lot of chickens. We've got one little hen. There's a lot of roosters in the group, and we've got one little hen that is kind of getting picked on. I'm going to have to separate her later today too. And in case you guys don't know, just like in junior high, there's a pecking order. That's where that whole pecking order came from. And sometimes chickens, they peck at each other. They pick on each other. So Brian Farr says, no, it ain't about the woman. It's about her beliefs and ways. We've got a country nowadays that just has some wild thought processes. That's for sure. I wish that a lot more people could get back to the land and get back to having an understanding of seasons and an understanding of sunshine and heat and growing things and senescence. Things grow up, they fall down, they die, they recycle. That Mother Nature is the great recycler. I wish that people thought more about that stuff. I think we live in a world of junk, a world of rooster, a world of junk, a world of throwaway stuff. We live in such a throwaway society that it's awfully disgusting to me. At times, I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore 15 years ago, I guess. I don't throw things away. Hence the junk pile up by the outdoor kitchen. Another thing, it's 10 p.m. here in Oz. Where's Oz? Is that, do you mean New Zealand? Says Deborah Lee. Yep. Anyway, I just wish people had a little more like touch with land and animals and life and death. I think we live in a world that's so sheltered right now from where our food comes from. And if you really knew where your food came from when you're walking through the grocery store, and I do a lot of content about this, but if you really knew where your food came from, you probably wouldn't eat it, to be honest. Think about where your food comes from. When you pick something up and you go shopping, in your local grocery store or in your farmer's market or wherever. Look at it. Is it whole? Is it real? Does it have ingredients? Does it have things that you can't even pronounce in it? That's not food, man. That's not real food. And I don't care what the USDA says. They can say all they want to. Um, that's not food. That's chemicals. That's preservatives. And we didn't grow into this human species that we are. We didn't grow into that by ingesting chemical preservatives. I just think it's bad for you. I think we need to consider um, taking better care of ourselves. So skip the fried. I'm back. I say I'm back. I try my best to not eat fried food if I possibly can. If I do eat fried food, it's going to be fried in lard that we've harvested, and we know where the pig came from. We know everything that the animal ate. So I don't know. You can do that. We all can do that. And we all vote with our almighty dollar. So when you go in the grocery store and you pick up a packet of Ritz crackers, flip that thing over and look at the ingredient list on the label. Is that something you really want to put in your body, whether it tastes good or not? I think we live in a world of simple pleasures where everything that tastes good is something that we need to eat. And we really need to think about taking better care of ourselves. All of us across the board. Better care of ourselves. Get outside. Go for a walk. And that's what we're going to do this morning together. At 7 p.m. here in Bangkok, Thailand. Brian, wow. Deborah Lee's in Australia. Okay, nice. A good friend of mine is from New Zealand. His son came to visit from Australia. His name was Jason. Really nice guy. Got to meet a fellow that's probably going to move back. My friend Tony has a farm, and you guys over on Facebook can check it out. It's called Flocks Retreat. It's just a new startup farm. They've got some pretty cool stuff over there. He's raising pigs and chickens. They processed chickens yesterday. Probably should have been over there processing chickens, but I was too stinking busy. Ronnie said, just had a cow processed. I'm glad to raise my own beef here in North Carolina. That's awesome. Dick Kavanaugh says, love your show. Served in the Marine Corps in 61. And you're right. I did grow up. That'll make you grow up. That's for sure. So G-A-U-S-A. Got a cool video coming up this week. We're going to start walking and talking a little bit because my coffee's almost done. I'm stiff. Oh, goodness. I worked on the farm yesterday, and I went to the gym for about 2 hours. I hadn't been since I went on vacation, and oh, I'm so stiff. Yes, I am. So, and the doggy. Doggy had an accident on the porch. Buddy did last night. I'm giving Buddy medication. In case you guys don't know, I'm giving him medication for his hips. He's got some hip issues. I don't know if it's hip dysplasia or what it is, but I'm giving him a little medicine, and I gave it to him right before bed last night. And poor Buddy got a little bout of the not so pleasants on the porch. This is my mobile home, guys. In case you don't know, we're going to do a tour of the mobile home sometime. I bought my house. This is for $3,500. $3,500. The annual taxes on my home here on the farm, and I get fussed at a lot by this, and people say, well, that's why your wife left, because you live in that trailer. And I don't need to keep up with the Joneses. I ain't here to impress anybody. It's quaint. It's small. It's 1,200 square feet. And it cost $3,500. I gutted it. I remodeled it. I built an awesome bar in there. I built all the cabinets out. Everything when I first got here. This was all mud. That place was stuck in a mud hole right over here for about 6 months when I first bought the property. So I live inexpensively, live beneath my means. I don't have payments. I don't have car payments. I don't have, I finally worked really hard and I got the land paid for. I mean, it's something that's really special. And I get picked on about living in a mobile home. I don't care. Should I care? Would you rather be the guy that has a nice retirement account living in a mobile home on the side of the hill right here? Or would you rather be broke and buried alive in payments? You guys tell me. Where's your sunglasses? I didn't wear them today. we're gonna get a little sun in her eyes. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see the chickens. Hopefully they're not picking on the one that was being pecked yesterday. But all the chickens are doing great right here. We've got to get them fed and watered. Hey guys, good morning. We're not laying eggs yet, but we are crowing like crazy. Let's see if we can get them to crow. Everyone that you see here, I would say 1 out of every 10 is a female. They're mostly roosters, and these are meat birds also. So they're a dual purpose meat bird called American Breast or American Breast. And these will be processed. These will be food for the winter for me. This is a garden. Everything's looking good in the garden right now. We've got cucumbers. I came through and picked a little bit yesterday. It's a daily pick right now. And we've got some green peppers, red peppers. Let's just reach in here and grab us one right quick. Oh, look at that. Stir fry this evening? I think so. Or, you know, that one right there might be a good chicken snack. Let's do that. I've got a bunch of peppers in there. Let's feed that to the chickens. There's a reason why the garden is right beside the chicken coop, the Grand Recyclers. I would love to live that way, Deborah. Yep, you can. Jeff says I've harvested 117 pounds of honey this year from 3 beehives on my place. That is awesome. Tractor video yesterday was great. Thank you, brother. I thoroughly enjoyed fixing that old tractor. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around. We're going to walk on up to the cows, and we'll turn it back when we get up here to where we're moving the animals. There we go. It takes a little bit struggle to switch the camera around since we're live on both channels. So we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. We're going to take our morning stroll together and go up here and see what the cows are up to. See if we can see those new babies that we are talking about in the title. So we've got a new baby bull and a new baby heifer. Pretty cute. I've got Big T, the TYMT 1104 down here in the driveway. Haven't been mowing, and I'm about to hang up my spurs as it comes to mowing for the year with that tractor. I don't think I'm gonna have to mow anymore until next spring, I hope. The cows are doing a good job keeping everything down. I think we should let Buddy come with us too. Hey boy. Did you eat your breakfast, Buddy? All right, we're gonna let him out. Go poopy, go poo-poo, go poo-poo. There he goes. Go ahead, go pee. He knows I'm on camera and he knows he can get away with stuff. You see him stop? German Shepherds are smart, probably smarter than, you've seen those bumper stickers that says I've got an honor roll student? Well, Buddy's an honor roll student. He's a smart fella. All right, looking up here. We got cows in different pastures. We're gonna have to do a little roundup here. So Buddy's gonna come with us, but he's not gonna go in the pasture. Cows do not like him. Right, boy? Why are we so zoomed in? I don't know. Let me change the camera a little bit here. This is live, so, oh, it's on a telephoto. There we go. What is it, boy? Come here. Come here. Come here. You smell something good? See it? See it? Very smart boy. Shake, wait, shake, shake. Shake it. Good. Buddy's a good dog. Does Buddy need a buddy? Me and Buddy spend most of our days together. So I had Buddy a buddy, and sometimes you put two dogs together and you get a pack. So Buddy is more of a people dog. He's a good dog. I am planning on getting another dog, but I think it's going to be a small little dog. A little inside dog. Hey, boy. Get him, boy. Go get him. There's a groundhog up here. Somebody likes to chase. You'll see, we just walked by the old, I call it Uncle Jesse, that old Ford dump truck. We're going to be doing some more content around that old Ford dump truck pretty soon. And this is a tobacco barn. This building was built circa 1918-ish. All these trees came right off the farm, and that's where they used to hang and dry tobacco, in case you guys don't know. There used to be a little fireplace right here, and they would just put wood in the fireplace and heat this building up and dry the tobacco. Now you see some field stones in here, and then some bricks and some fire brick. You can see the fireplace portion is plugged off right now because in more modern times, right up here in the front is a gas valve, and inside this building are little burners. So that's what the tobacco barn's all about. If you drive through the southeast, you'll see these all over the place. That's where they used to dry and hang tobacco. Now they do it in these metal buildings. Hey, bud. You just pee in the driveway? Come here. Go pee. Go pee. Don't fake it this time. Go pee. Buddy has a habit of going to the bathroom in the driveway. I don't understand why. Go pee. That's an old tobacco trailer that I made into my first mobile coop, and it flipped over. Got some fencing supplies. You know, I've got an obsession with Honda Elements. This is a flood vehicle. You'll see it in a future video. I bought it as a flood vehicle. It will not start, but it only has 80,000 miles on it. Right now, it's a parts vehicle. Jeff says we have many schnauzers. Oh, awesome. Cool. If I get another dog, an inside dog, I will probably take that inside dog, and it'll be one that doesn't shed. Hypoallergenic, I guess is what they call them. So we got the cows. They're a little grumpy. That's all good. Sawmill's up here. Gonna be using the sawmill here pretty soon. In fact, I'm gonna start the sawmill this morning. I thought about it. I'm reaching and getting my key. You guys can't see my hiding place. I thought about starting this sawmill when I woke up this morning. Just need to let it idle for a little bit. Charge that battery up, give it a little run time. So we'll do that. Weather cools off a little bit, we'll be using the sawmill a lot more. Contact. There we go. Just gonna let that purr for a little while. Buddy, get him. Go get him. Get him. All right, we'll let that critter run a little bit, charge that battery. Okay. If you guys haven't seen these, you're gonna see them in a future video. We got some fencing to do. This is called a stay gate. That's called stay gate. It's a latch system. Drops down, drops a pin into the ground, and holds the gate. We're gonna open our gate and drop our stay gate. They're quite verbal this morning. Hey guys. Morning. Good morning. We got a golden doodle. Golden doodle, hyper as heck. This is Brian. Come on. Come on, guys. Good morning. So we've got a couple stragglers up here. I think that's Blue Eyes up there. And we need to get those stragglers down here and then out and around to where we're going to go. Morning, guys. Morning. Lots of water in the water tank. Here's our goldfish in our water tank to keep it clean. Our little water tank sanitizers. Hey, pretty girl. Good morning, pretty girl. You will see more flies here than you see in your living room. That's just it. Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, there's Butthead. Hey, Butthead. So we just gave the flies a little fly treatment. It's going to take a few days for that to kick in, but you will see some flies. This is Susie's mama, or Sweetie's mama. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Cow kiss? Do I get a cow kissy? I do get a cow kissy. Oh, you're sweet this morning, aren't you? Like a little rub right there. Good. All right, come on, guys. Gotta get this cow pushed down. I think that's cow number 15. Let's go up and investigate that cow real quick. Gotta be careful, I'm gonna step in a landmine. This is one of our newest mamas, and that's one of the newest babies right there. A little young heifer. I'm gonna say this is cow 15, and her baby is right in here. It's getting ready to go under the fence to mom. Yep, I can see him. I don't know if you guys can see. Baby's going under the fence. And once the baby comes, mom should walk on down here. That's Big Bud, and that's Susie. Let's see what Big Bud's got going this morning. Big Bud, you got to go that way, buddy. You have to go the correct way. Good morning. Oh, he's not having it this morning. All right, we're going to do a little cow pressure here. Morning. Morning, Butthead. So we took 11 calves to market, 11 feeder calves. Uh-oh, somebody had an accident. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know, I would be crying too. Cows are little poop machines. See how some cows have flies all over them and some don't? Some of them aren't quite as covered with flies. It's just that time of year. This is our newest baby. And this new baby needs to go under the fence to mama. And this is Stripe. His name is Stripe. So he's got a little white tail. I call him Stripe like, remember the movie Gremlins? Go ahead there, buddy. There you go. 38. 38 is not the mom to this calf. You need to go that way, bud. We're going to have to put a little pressure on you. You got to go that way. That's not your calf. I don't know why you're hanging out. I'm not so sure she's not confused about something. What you got going there, 38? I think you need to go down there. That way everybody all moves at the same time. There you go, girl. There you go, girl. The rest of the cows will probably bunch up down here also. That's okay. This is what we got to do. There you go, girl. My assumption is that she'll go through down here and then cut back that way. There you go, girl. Good job. Yeah, good job. The calf that's right up there will find its way to mom. We're going to peek over the hill, make sure nobody's left behind right here. We're on the No Cow Left Behind program here on the Stony Ridge Farm. They've grazed this down pretty good, but not too bad. Cows have been in here for about 24 hours. Just want to peek over the hill here. Make sure we're not leaving anybody behind. If it's a calf, I'm not worried about it. It'll go right into under the fence to the moms. Got a bunch of rocks to pick up, maybe later today. Right in this area. A lot of rocks. We're just gonna crest this hill and make sure nobody's left behind. Oh, I got a piece of wire here. Hang on. Hardware. Oh, goodness. I need to remember that's there. This is what hurts animals right here. Oh, my camera's giving up on me. That piece of wire, I don't know why that's there, but it needs to go. I'll have to tie it to the side-by-side and pull it up. Keep an eye out for that. If I had something in my pocket, I would mark it. Okay, we're just going to top the hill here. Make sure nobody's left behind. And then we're going to move the girls. Don't see anybody. Everything looks good all the way over the edge. The cows are going into this pasture up here. So let's get rocking and rolling. Our goal here when we move our cows onto new pasture, in most cases, is for them to eat a third, trample a third, and leave a third. We're grazing a little bit tighter right now because we're recovering from a pretty bad drought that we had over the last, I guess, month or so. But it's recovering really quick with all this rain that we've gotten. 150 of you guys watching, thank you so much. Hit that like button. Again, if you've been invited to follow or you're watching on Facebook, reach over there and click that little follow button. It helps, I promise. It's all I ask. It's all I ask of you. Morning from Brunswick, Canada. Awesome. Dennis says we got rain coming. You bet we do. Okay. So we're going to reach in and turn the razor grazer off before we move the cows. I hear something popping the electric fence over here. Let me investigate that too. This is real time. What we got popping? Yeah, it's a little pop right there on that post. Yeah, we'll check into that after we get done with the live stream. No use in having to fix all the fencing. Hey guys, don't go back. Woo! Don't go back. Okay, this is the razor grazer from Range Ward, rangeward.com. Fully enclosed grazing setup. There's a solar panel here, our poster right here. This pulls, it's a little trailer. Open this guy up and we unplug our electric fence. There we go. So that'll be turning our fence off so we don't get shocked this morning. Morning, girl. Morning, kids. Good morning, kids. Butthead is quite sassy. Okay. So we're going to go down here. We're going to open this gap and we're going to let the cows go through, but I have to take loose a fence line real quick before we do that. There we go. Like herding cats, huh? How many of you guys know of any farmers or ranchers who have cattle that follow them like kittens like this? I think that's really a testimony to good animal husbandry, to be honest with you. They're just wonderful animals, and if you treat them with good respect and you treat them right, they'll follow you, they'll love you. So let's go right here. and take loose this wire. Couple knots to undo right quick. I have to take this loose and then move the cows into this section of pasture. This is an electric fence. Dog fennel, dog fennel, dog fennel. Go away, go away. All right. There we go. These girls know it's moving time. Watch them. They know. We'll turn the camera around and let them run by us here. I need a head count. You guys got to help me out. Give me a good head count. Here they come. Come on, girls. You. Come on, babies. Come on. Happy cows. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Good morning, everybody. You guys still counting? Good morning. Come up. Woo! Come up. 211 here is coming in on the rear. He's acting a little strange. That cow just walked by. There's Tammy the donkey. 211 acts like she's got something in her throat. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to keep an eye on her. Now, I'm going to latch this gate back real quick, and you guys watch the cows for me. I'll be right back. All right. Tie my fence wire back that I just took loose. You hear my neighbor mowing his yard. I think we've all been on vacation. All the neighbors, all the friends around the Stony Ridge have all been on a little vacation. Okay. I'm tying a knot right now around this fence wire, and I'll show you in a second why. I'm going to give you a little bit of farm science here in a second too, and we're going to watch these guys graze. So I have to tie on, you guys can see a fence wire right here. In a video coming very soon, we're going to be attaching an electric fence wire to go along the top of the whole farm. So 3 miles or more of electric fence. We're going to walk up here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see. The reason that fence is running along the top is so the cows don't push on it, and you'll see in a second. There we go. And so we can fence in our hay bales. The cows won't get access to them. We've got some fescue in here. We've got some ladino clover, a little bit of what we call wiregrass, which is pretty hard to get rid of. This pasture right here is nearly 90%. I guess we call it wiregrass, but I guess it's a type of grass that creeps along the ground. I think it's a native grass, but it's very invasive. It's hard to get rid of. We're getting ready to walk up on a nice big patch of it. Got a tree limb down right up here, but it's not on the fence. And ideally, if we had the appropriate amount of rain here, these cows will be wading belly deep in grass right now. We just haven't had the rain that we need to sustain the pastures. You know, every 2 or 3 days, we need to get some good rain. I get a lot of comments about irrigating. Can you imagine? Have you ran a sprinkler out in your yard before? Can you imagine trying to irrigate this? Guys, it's nearly impossible. I mean, we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars worth of infrastructure to water this. So it's much cheaper to just feed hay when we have the dry times. These guys have a big bunch of grass here. We've got a huge expanse the cows will be in this spot for about 2 or 3 days. We want them to chew this stuff down to the nub. They're going to get the sweetest and best grasses first, and then they're going to start in on that wire grass, and that's what this is. And they're already eating some of it, but right now they're going after the sweetest and the best. Both calves moved through. Cow number 24. So we've got some uncomfortable moms because we weaned to the trailer, if you get my drift. So we took some cows to market so we could recoup some expenses. That's just part of the circle of life here on the farm. Mama number 24, her milk sac is pretty swollen. It'll go down. It's been 2 days now. It'll go down pretty soon. I'll show you. When you go to wean, it makes mama a little uncomfortable. But the problem is, if you don't wean, you can see how she's thin. She's fairly thin. She's getting fatter, but she needs more nutrient. We got to build that belly up so that next year's offspring does really well. I can already see, even though the calves have been gone for like 2 days, I can already see a huge difference in the size of mom. Susie says, you get all your hay for the winter? Yes, sure did. Dennis says, did you shut off the sawmill? Nope, I'm letting it run while we're up here. I'm gonna let it run for about 20 minutes and top off the battery, really. That's really what I'm after. Got Pam for Buffalo, New York. Morning, Denise. Estelle, Thomas, Patrick, Eddie from Alabama. Good deal. Ask questions, guys, if you have any. This is my favorite sound. Listen. Hey, Mama. Morning. Good morning. You notice they stopped mooing? I got a saying. If you're chewing, you ain't mooing. If you're mooing, you ain't chewing. This is really a testimony to how sweet these cows are. What do you smell? She's right up here. Most Angus cattle like this aren't going to come up on you and just let you chill out with them like this. It's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. I'm just accepted as another member of the herd. I did come up here yesterday and I went through the fence lines, rode the whole fence line, made sure we got a gate here, a gate there, made sure all of our gates are closed. And the water tank is good to go. Let's walk over to the water tank. You guys want to walk over there? See what the goldfish are doing in this water tank. Well, the cows did spread out. Somebody said the cows spread out pretty quick. Berlin Valley Stables, where you been, buddy? Good to have you. My friends up in Ohio. We'll give them a big OH. Ohio. I tell you, if there was another place to live or a place to grow up, Ohio seems to be one of the most awesome places I've ever visited. Really enjoy my trips up to Ohio. If you guys have never been to Amish country in Ohio, take yourself a trip to Walnut Creek. There's so much in that area. Berlin, Walnut Creek, there's so much in that area. It's near Dover, Ohio. Got a lot of shade off the trees here because the sun's just now coming up. And these cows will have access to shade in the morning here, in the evening here. Uh-oh, there's something good to eat over here. That's what, did you hear that baby moo? Mom's after the baby. That's a good mother instinct. She heard her baby right there. Yep. That's so sweet. So anyway, we'll have shade here, access to shade here, and then this willow oak will provide shade for them also. Estelle said, Mint so in love with him. Let me read your comment. If I wasn't so in love with my fiance, I'd come down there and live. Good stuff. Got some Texas folks, some Iowa folks in the house. Gerald, good morning from Texas. Hopefully, I've got to go pick up a new couch today. So hopefully we don't have any rain this morning. Got to head to town. This is our goldfish tank. It's a little cloudy right now. You can see goldfish have plenty to eat in here. I'm hoping they'll start reproducing. There's 3 goldfish in this tank right now, and the cows will come and drink. Let's talk about what you're seeing here. Why are you seeing pipe, PVC pipe? The reason you're seeing this is because baby calves or young calves like to get into water, okay? And they will jump over in the water tank. So we put these in these bars across here. I say we, so I put these bars here so that the cows don't jump over in there. And this is just electrical PVC piping. It's just some leftovers from projects here on the farm. That's a Joby Mega Flow valve, and that will keep up with the cows. Every bit of the watering system on the farm is all serviced by the solar panels you see right over the crest of the hill right there. Now, what is it about cattle instinct that makes them graze under the fence? Look at this. This cow's grazing under the fence, although there is plenty of grass out here. They all go right under the fence. Tell me why they do that. You guys know? You'll get rain tomorrow, Tuesday, guaranteed, says Short Bus Mooner. You darn right, buddy. You darn right. Well, we got rain yesterday, and we got rain the day before. So we're getting plenty of rain on the farm. We're getting too much rain on the farm, honestly. That's all right. That makes for good mushroom hunting. We're going to do some videos up in the mountains, finding and foraging for wild mushrooms, if you guys want to see that. Ziggy says, what do you rate the solar system 1 to 10? I rated a 15. If there was a 15 in that, that's what I would rate it. It's been absolutely fantastic. Only one hiccup one time, and that was because a sensor acted up. Absolutely fantastic. So I can't say enough about it. It's a Lorentz solar well system. At some point, we're going to have a hiccup with it, I'm sure. Everything mechanical will eventually fail. But I'm super happy with it. Super happy. Nice. Good looking cows, good looking grass. It's just awesome. Ziggy says got rain the past couple days. This is Virginia. That's Virginia. We're not far from Virginia here. Got a gorgeous view up on the top of this ridge too. This is the highest point on the entire farm. It's, well, I say this is the highest point. That's the highest point on the entire farm. This is the highest pasture on the entire farm. That's Susie. Let's see if Susie girl let us pet her. Susie, good morning. Sometimes Susie is a little bit grumpy, I think. Let's see. Susie. Morning, Susie. Susie was the first cow that let me pet her. Good morning. Good morning, girl. Yep, she's grumpy. Sometimes she'll let us pet her and sometimes she won't. Susie is one of the cattle that had her babies first this year. You can see her udders are a little bit swollen. They're no longer bawling for the babies. And we've got her all weaned up, but you can see she's had a big calf on her, and that's why she's so thin right in here. You can see her ribs a little bit, and you can see her backbone, but she'll fatten up very soon. The first time she's really let me love on her like this. Good girl. Don't kick me. Good girl. Good girl. Ziggy says, need a house on that high point. I would have put my house up here, my permanent home, but there's a blacktop road right there, and there are homes up here already. I didn't want to look at anybody else's house. I just wanted to look at my place. So we've got a gorgeous view from the barn dominium. You can see the top of the barn dominium right here. I honestly, you know, when you've got a property that's this large, why even why build anything where we can see another house? You can only see one house from my front porch currently, and I like that. That's why we move out to the country, right? Okay, we're gonna go over the fence. We'll turn the electric fence back on. Cows grazed up in here. They did a good job knocking all this down. Me and the rock picker have an appointment up here to pick up all these rocks and get them down into a spot that is a little better suited down in some gullies to keep things from washing. Let's go down and see Buddy too. Come on, boy. He's a smart dog. He knows not to come near the cows. Come out. He's like, I ain't coming up there, man. I know I'll get in trouble. Come on, boy. There you go. Come on. All right. We're going to go turn the razor grazer back on. I'll show you guys how that works. Augusta, Georgia, Berlin Valley Stables, have you done any sawmill work lately? Man, it has been hot. Super, super hot. I have not, but it's coming. We got cooler weather. It's okay, boy. Come on. He knows he's not supposed to be in the pasture. Come on. Sometimes at night, Buddy will roam a little bit, and he knows he's not supposed to be in the pasture. Sit. Very good. Oh, so good. Very good. All right, let's turn on the razor grazer. So this wire is not hot right now, but it will be. The solar system that I was telling you about is right there. There's a well. It's about 460 feet deep right there. And that solar system with that control box, this powers all of the water on the Stony Ridge farm. Everything passing. The power of the sun. We grow our grass with the power of the sun. And we grow our water with the power of the sun. That's a cool setup right there. Rangeward.com if you guys want to check one out. Very cool. I've got to get in here this winter and build a permanent fence structure around here. That's another project. Another of the many projects on the Stony Ridge. Hey, stop eating cow poop, bro. You remember the accident you had on the porch? Huh? What are you eating poop for? Huh? You ain't gonna come over here begging. What are you gonna eat? What are you eating poop for? You're gonna get sick. You need your roughage? Come on, that's not salad. Oh. All right, I gotta remember that wire is up there and get that thing pulled out. Surprised the bush hog didn't clip that thing off. Bush hog, the woods batwing. All right. You can see the cows kind of got in and messed up this water tank a little bit. See, the water level isn't quite all the way full. Our goldfish are going to work in there right now. Big old goldfish. When I got these goldfish, they were nowhere near that size. But they did break some of this PVC. And this is the lesson learned. This is regular PVC pipe. It gets brittle in the sunshine, okay? Schedule 40 PVC. We need to use electrical PVC. It does not get brittle. It's more UV tolerant. So something to know. Look at Buddy looking for another turd to eat. I see you, boy. You better go. You better go. Ain't no telling how many cow turds he ate while we were up there moving the cows. He must need his roughage. Put a rock near the piece of wire. Dude, there's 5,000 rocks up there. I'll never see which rock. I need to tie a ribbon around it, but I'll be back up later. I'm pretty vigilant about that. I need a pair of pliers to pull that thing out of the ground. Do the cows eat the grass under the fence because it's greener? No. And Leslie, that is a good idea. If I didn't have 50,000 rocks already, that would be perfect. But I've got a ton of rocks. Let's walk up here and we're going to shut down the sawmill real quick. When you've got this many batteries and vehicles on your property, you got to start them sometimes and let them run. And I actually thought about that in my sleep last night. So that was something that I had planned for some time. right. Nice. Nice. One thing I should have done, you guys tell me what I should have done here. What did I not do before I started the sawmill? What do you think I should have done that I didn't do? Tell me. Post a comment. Let's check our fuel, make sure we're good to go on fuel here. Nice and full. Yes. Got to burn off all that. I use all non-ethanol fuel in this, even though it's fuel injected, for sure. You guys want to go to the outdoor kitchen? It's 150 of you here right now. Should we go up there first before we go? I think so. Check oil, Alan, bam, Leslie, bam, Frankie, everybody. Absolutely. And Larry, we did have a pretty significant rain last night. It's going to be rain for the next few days. Honestly, video production is going to slow down a little bit. The regular scheduled videos are going to slow down just a little bit over on YouTube due to the rain, due to the weather. So, just part of it. Got a lot of trash in my gutters here, but there are no trees around the gutters. When we get big torrential downpours like that, the gutters seem to kick out a lot more trash. We're going to have rain, it looks like, in just a minute over here. I'm going to turn the screen around so you guys can see the view from the outdoor kitchen here. We're going to sit down and talk just a little bit more. So stick around. If you got any farm questions, stick around here. Got a big old squash there that's going to the chickens. All the squash is pretty much gone by the wayside at this point. I just chuck these out into the yard and mow them down, help feed the land, regenerate, right? And there's a view from the outdoor kitchen. You guys watched the video putting down this seed back here. This was all bare dirt. Oh, what, a month and a half ago? And during the driest time of the year, my dumb butt was trying to get grass to grow, but we did a great job, and it's definitely stopped erosion off of this hillside, which has been fantastic. I have squash bugs galore. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. My goodness. Squash bugs are all over my squash. All right. We'll turn the camera around a little bit and we'll just have a little fireside chat before we go. So let's grab a chair and sit back together. This is the outdoor kitchen, by the way, from Carolina Barn Builders. Those guys were awesome to work with. Super proud to work with the local North Carolina company, Carolina Barn Builders. Now, is that it? Are we gonna? Oh, the table's too high. Whew. All right. So, any questions? Any comments? Anything you guys have this morning? Cynthia says, "I will marry you." That's funny. What part of the country are you located in? Dick Kavanaugh. We are in north central North Carolina, brother. That's Virginia. You can see back there in the background. That's Floyd, Virginia, Stewart, Virginia, Meadows of Dan, Virginia, all the mountains in the background. It might be a little too hazy this morning. Cynthia says, "I'll marry you." That's pretty funny. I put tilapia in my pond, and they're prolific breeders. Thoughts on using them? I'm told they don't handle cold. We'll have to put in every year. I honestly don't know what to tell you there. I don't really have any input. I know tilapia can be an invasive species, and we've got plenty. If you build your pond and you build your ecosystem in your pond appropriately, I say go with native fish. The only fish that we have in our pond that aren't native, I say we. It's just me. You and I. The only fish that we have in the pond here on the Stony Ridge are just pond fish that occur naturally, and one breed that doesn't, and that is sterile grass carp. We have sterile grass carp in our pond to help combat all the weeds and stuff that grow up in the pond. They really eat the grass and duckweed. Okay, that's good. Good stuff. Did you process a bunch of squash already? Yep, we freeze dried, or I freeze dried a bunch of squash here on the farm. We got plenty of food here. When you going to get the outdoor kitchen done? It's going to be a work in progress over the next several years. I mean, it's pretty much kind of done now. I went and so we're going to surround these posts with rocks. I ordered my rock, and I went over to the place where I ordered my rock, and I looked at it. There's some on the back of the flying Harley Davidson. There's some rock on the back of the dump truck. I don't know if you guys saw it as we walked by, but the rock on the back of the dump truck is the cap blocks for these pillars. Where are they? Right back there, behind that trash can. So we're going to wrap these in river rock, and probably the front porch of the outdoor kitchen will be wrapped in river rock also. So Patrick Smith, Josh, maybe do a relaxing fishing video again. At some point, probably so, man. I had to get out and get a little work done this morning, and I got to leave the farm in about 20 minutes. I've got to hook up a trailer and drive down to Greensboro, North Carolina. How's the muskrat problem doing? We still got muskrats. I don't know that there's anything that I can do to stop this muskrat problem. Hunting them out, trying to trap them, nothing has really worked. As long as we have food for the muskrats in the pond, they will continue to proliferate in the pond. So my thought process is when they start digging, I'm just going to bury them. I'm going to put rocks. I've got enough rocks to pick up. I'm going to put those over top of their burrows so that they can't burrow down into the dam and destroy our ponds. But they are destructive animals for sure. Eden Tammy says, enjoy seeing the animals. That's awesome. So one day we might do a little relaxing fishing video. Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, it's a beautiful day. Me and Buddy, we got work to do, right, Buddy? We got a lot of stuff to get done today. Got a little chainsaw video to film. We're going to be out here in the outdoor kitchen getting things done, bringing the saws out and working on them, showing folks how to sharpen chainsaws. Got some pretty cool tools. That'll be a Tool Tuesday video coming up. Why do you say contact all the time? It's a great question, Jeffrey. Why in the world does it bother people? So I do it mostly because people like to ask about it. When I start a piece of equipment, I hit the key and I say contact. You can say contact or clear prop or something like that. It's a good habit to get into if you're working around engines and mechanics and other people. It's a good habit to get into. When you say contact, everybody jumps back. It's just like saying clear when you shock somebody. You've seen that on TV. Being a nurse, I've experienced that multiple times. It's just a safety thing, man. That's it. Neighbor's pond has the same problem muskrats done ruined the dam, says Larry. They can get out of hand, that's for sure. Get in touch with Yacht Stevie's. A lot of people say that. You need to call this YouTuber or this social media guy or this social media guy. Even with the mega shop, the shop building that I built right here, I got a lot of people saying, and I love the R&R Buildings channel. Get R&R Buildings to build your building. Homeboy doesn't live around here, man. Get Let's Dig to come up here and clear your land. Let's Dig is 2.5, 3 hours from here. So just be absolutely unaffordable to have them here. So it would be nice if all the YouTubers on the planet all lived within 30 minutes of each other and we could all feed off each other, but it's just not the reality. Let me show you something that I just noticed that I didn't even know was going on. So I fed the cows. I chucked some squash over the fence about a month ago when the cows were in here. And look what happened. That's a squash plant. That's pretty awesome. Instead of feeding the chickens that other squash plant, I think I'm just going to chuck that squash right over in the pasture and see if I get a surprise squash plant. Because the squash bugs have just totally annihilated. Watch as I pick this. I'll show you guys. Well, they all jumped off. No, there's squash beetles everywhere. Little bitty ones. They're just everywhere. They're on my hand. Let's just chuck it over the fence. Worth a shot, right? No, but Yalt might help you in trapping or say how to catch them. I've studied up on how to get rid of this problem that I'm having with muskrats. It just takes time, and you got to trap them out and hunt them out. I don't want to put any poison out because I don't want any local neighborhood animals to be harmed. So it's just going to be a constant struggle for the rest of my life to keep the muskrats down. What do muskrats eat? Muskrats are typically eating bulbs from cattails and stuff like that grow around the pond. Eliminate the cattails, eliminate the muskrats, right? Well, not so much. Because there's ponds across the street. So they swim under the road and get to the cattails and eat those cattails, and then they nest in my dam. So it's interesting. Well, folks, thank you all so very much. Lots more fun stuff to come. Buddy's on a groundhog hunt over there. We'll see you guys in a future live stream on the Stony Ridge Farm. If you're watching, please, on the way out the door, click the follow button if you're on Facebook. Most likely I've invited all you guys to follow. Click that follow button, and if you're on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel, be sure you're subscribed. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. Say goodbye to the tobacco barn. Cows are doing great. Pray for the wind to not be that strong so we don't lose any cows to trees falling on the fence. That's something we really, really got to take care of. I'm southbound, getting ready to go pick me up a new couch. Woo! See y'all.